Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Quick update here as we're heading into a new trading week. I would like to make just here on the very short term, just a couple of changes to the wave count. Nothing significant here. Just move the waves a little bit. So I think looking at this again, I think wave 1 probably topped here, the blue wave 1. So we've got obviously, and I'm gonna take up these subwaves out because we don't really need them at the moment. Just confuses people. My view is that this yellow wave 1 actually finished here. The yellow wave 2 finished here. And then we've got another 1-2 set up here now, which to be fair could already have finished here. It depends on a little bit on how we're now moving. I said in the previous video, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lower wave 2 in blue, just because this is a so-called ascending wedge. It's a rather bearish pattern, which doesn't mean we need to break down entirely, but it means that this move up is getting sort of exhausted, and we could lose it, and then all we do is probably put a lower wave 2 in. This lower wave 2 is valid as long as we are above 1170. However, if we break below 1170, then I will have to assume that it is probably, or it was probably the case that yellow wave 2 was never finished, and then we have something like an A, B, C to the downside here, and this yellow wave 2 is at play. These are sort of the short-term scenarios. So ideally we are now holding this support, the current support at $1,200. This is the current wave 2 in blue. As long as we're holding that very short term, that's very short-term support. As long as we're holding this very short-term support and stay above this ascending trend line of the wedge pattern, we should be good to break out to the upside here of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. And then I would prefer a rally into the region around, let's say, $1,400. First resistance is this range between 1270 and 1290. So again, breakout signal would be the move above 1230, I would say, right? That is the top of the current resistance area here, of the neckline, basically, of this inverse head and shoulders. It's a very clear inverse head and shoulders, which, sometimes it's a bit too obvious to spot. So a lot of long positions might get wrecked there. I don't know. It all depends. Can the market push through with enough volume to make it work or not? I don't know. But it is a key breakout point, and if it breaks out from here, it can move the market significantly higher. And generally, as I said before, as long as we are generally above the $1,100 level here, the 78.6% FIB level, as long as we are above the $1,100 level, I expect generally a rally into that region, $1,400, So it could be short term we come down once more, but as long as we're holding $1,100, that's sort of the medium term support, then we can still move up. It's only really if we break below 1100, then we are retesting 1075, 1000, and below 1000, we're probably going to put a new low in, even below the June low. But it could be a bullish week. It could very well be a bullish week. By the way, for everybody who's wondering how could the subwaves of this yellow wave 1 work out, let me just show you that as well. So my view would be that by the way, there's a very small 1-2 setup down here. 1-2, I think I had that before as well. Then this would be a 3, here a 4, and we have an extended wave 5. That's how it would work out best, and the wave 5 itself is a 5-wave move, 1-2. Then we have here the 3, the 4, and the 5. So wave 3 is not the longest one here. That's not a problem. It just must not be the shortest one. I'll take it out again. Don't really need the subwaves. It is a 5-wave move up, which is fine. Here wave 2 down. And now a possible 1-2 setup where we are in the early stages of this wave 3 rally. This is valid again in the very short term, as long as we're holding 1200. If we break below 1200, then we should hold 1170. And if we lose that as well, then we're probably still in the yellow wave 2. And as long as we're holding the $1,100 level, we still have another chance to move up. So it could be a bullish week, but don't be surprised if we lose this ascending wedge to the downside first, because it is considered generally a bearish pattern. But let's, from the current point of view, also calculate the target for the yellow wave 3. That would actually take us into the, $1,400. Okay. So it's $1,400. It's the 1.618 extension. And I believe it is also the ideal target of this inverse head and shoulders. If I take the height of that head and add it to the breakout point, takes me as well to just below $1,400. Yeah, 1,380. So that's fine as well. Okay. Now we should be informed about the key levels for Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.